Hi, Jared Martin here, and I'm here to tell you about the nervous system, the only system that consists of nerves, the brain, and the spinal cord that you have. I'll tell you more about that in this video. The nervous system houses the most important organ in your body, the brain. It also houses the spinal cord, fast and easy way to transport your information throughout your body. This video probably won't be that funny, unless you find crippling and fatal diseases funny, but it will be informative. The brain is made of multiple different parts, of which we were tested on, so think of this as more of a review. The brain is divided into left and right hemispheres, the left side controlling the right side of the body and vice versa.
Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. It's divided into 4 parts or lobes. The frontal lobe is in charge of planning and decision making. The temporal lobe is in charge of hearing and the visualization of memories. The parental lobe is in charge of the sense of touch. The occipital lobe is in charge of processing sight and visualization. Beneath the occipital lobe is the cerebellum, which is in charge of locomotion or movement. In the center of the brain is the pons. It is in charge of sleep, swallowing, bladder control, equilibrium, taste, eye movement, facial expression, and facial sensation, to name a few. Up next, we have the hippocampus, so called for looking like a sea monster. It is in charge of memory and navigation. Lastly, we have the medulla oblongata, which connects the brain to deal with the automatic or involuntary functions of breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. The medulla forms the upper part of the spinal cord and the lower half of the brainstem. Now we go on to the rather depressing diseases. We chose these based on how prevalent they are in our society. Ataxia affects the cerebellum and therefore muscle movement. It can be started from radiation poisoning and genetics, causing the cerebellum to slowly decay. As of yet, there are 40 different types with no known cure. Next, Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia and affects all of the brain in the form of small strokes, particularly in the frontal lobe. Alzheimer's causes memory loss in the afflicted, and the likelihood of developing it doubles every 5 years of the age of 65. As of yet, there is no known cure. The last brain disease we'll talk about is autism. Autism is a developmental disorder that is believed to affect the hippocampus and the cerebrum in childhood and inhibit social skills and linguistic ability. It is believed to be caused by environmental and genetic variables. There is no known cure.
On a lighter note, the spinal cord carries information from the brain to the body via nerves. The signals are sent to the rest of the body reacts to said signals, and then the body reacts accordingly. Although the spinal cord is protected by the spine and the vertebrae, it is often damaged by everyday activities or accidents.
Spinal muscular atrophy degenerates the muscle and vertebrae of the affected, causing physical handicaps. This disease ultimately results in death, and there is no known cure. Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also called Lou Gehrig's disease, causes involuntary muscle movement and physical handicapness. The disease isn't what kills you, rather it's what the disease keeps you from doing. Most deaths are the result of choking, and fortunately, there is a cure in development. Finally, congenital insensitivity to pain is an untreatable genetic disorder that causes the affected to be unable to feel pain and temperatures, as well as unable to sweat or shiver. Now that sounds cool, but when you get stabbed, you'll feel it. Treat it and go on with your day. But if you have insensitivity, you won't notice the knife wound. Gangrene will set in and become infected. You most likely will die.
It's the nervous system in its almost entirety. But I'm not done yet. Call right now and we'll give you 3 brains and 3 spinal cords for $19.95. Not really, man. What would you even do with a 4th brain?